Hello everyone, this is me Sharon, and in today's episode I'm going to show you how to crochet this sunflower coin purse. Alright, so for this project I'll be using a 3.5mm crochet hook, and since we're doing a sunflower purse project, you will need green, yellow, and brown yarn. So in my case I'm using the one that I bought locally here in the Philippines. This is called In the Fill acrylic 4-ply. So it's untwisted. As you can see, those 4 strands are not twisted. So that's the reason why. And when you go to the market and when you see them winding this kind of yarn in cakes, you will see 4 cones being winded at the same time, and as you can see, it's very thin on its own, so you need 4. Sometimes you can buy with only 3 untwisted strands. And if you don't have this kind of yarn, you can use other kinds like worsted or maybe light to medium weight will do. And then my favorite hook is 3.5mm crochet hook, but you can do 5mm crochet hook for a medium weight kind of yarn. For this project you will also need a zipper. This is about 7 inches long. So to start, we're going to make a magic ring, and then into the magic ring we're going to work a chain 1, and then we're gonna work 6 single crochets into the magic ring. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So once you have 6, you're going to pull this end tail here, and then we're going to slip stitch into the first single crochet made. After that, you're going to chain 1 and into the same stitch work 2 single crochets. So it's going to be 2 single crochets into every stitch around. Okay, so to end the round, you're gonna work your slip stitch on top of the first single crochet made. So you should have 12 single crochets in total. For round 3, chain 1 single crochet into the same stitch as where you chained 1, and into every second stitch work an increase or 2 single crochets, and to every second stitch you're gonna work an increase, which is 2 single crochets. To end the round, you're gonna work a slip stitch on top of the first single crochet made. For round 4, chain 1 single crochet into the same stitch and then 1 single crochet into the next, 2 single crochets into every third stitch. So 1, 2, 3, that is where you're going to work an increase into every third stitch. So 1, 2, and 3. Alright, so to end the round, you're gonna work a slip stitch on top of the first single crochet made. Now we're going to start round 5. So we usually chain 1 single crochet into the same stitch, and then into every 4th stitch. This time, that is where we're gonna work an increase or add 2 single crochets. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. So keep repeating that until you get back around. Alright, so to end the round, you're gonna work a slip stitch on top of the first single crochet made. Now you are going to keep repeating or keep adding an increase into the next round if you want this center of the sunflower to be bigger. So into the next round, which is round 6, the increase is going to be into every 5th. So it's going to be, okay, we just did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and as you can see, it's easy to trace where you should add increase. It should be on the second increase of the previous round. So I'm going to continue working an increase. This round, it will be into every 5th. Okay, so I will work a slip stitch on top of the first single crochet to end the round. Now if you find this small, you can work a few more rounds, and this time the increase will be on every 6th, and then into the next one, 7th, and so on. So I'll be back and show you how many rounds I did. So I did my final increase on round 8, wherein I did an increase into every 7th stitch around. And then after this, I'm going to end the round with a slip stitch on top of the first single crochet made. Now for the next 2 rounds, I'm just going to chain 1 single crochet into the same stitch, and then 1 single crochet into every stitch around. So I'm gonna repeat this 1 more round, so I will have all 10 rounds. Now I'm going to make another piece in green. So in here I did about 2 rounds of just 1 single crochet into every stitch, and I'm going to finish off the round with slip stitch, chain 1, and fasten off. For round 11, you're going to chain 2 into the next stitch, front loop only, work 1 double crochet first, and then into the same stitch you're gonna work 1 treble crochet, and then on top of that we're going to chain 3, and on top of the treble crochet we're gonna insert the hook, work a slip stitch on top, to make a picot, and then into the next stitch, front loop only, we're going to work a treble crochet, and then into the same stitch we're gonna work 1 double crochet. Now we're going to chain 2 and slip stitch into the next stitch, and we're going to use the front loop only for this round. So that will make 1 petal. So that's the repeat pattern. We're going to work chain 2 again, and then into the next stitch we're gonna work 1 double, 1 treble, chain 3 and make the picot, and then we're going to mirror that by working a treble into the next stitch and a double crochet, and then chain 2 afterwards into the next stitch. So keep on repeating that until you get back around. So once you get back around, you're gonna work your last petal. So by chaining 2 into the second to the last stitch, work a double crochet, treble crochet into the same stitch, and then chain 3 and make a picot. And then we're going to mirror that into the next stitch by working a treble, and then we're going to work our last double crochet, chain 2. So that's how easy it is. Now after this you should make 1 more piece, repeat rounds 1 to 10 and make 1 in green, because that would be the other side of our purse. And finally work a slip stitch into the first chain made, and then you can now fasten off after that. So I made the green piece same way I did from round 1 to 10, and then I'm not gonna fasten it off yet. I'm going to chain 1, and then I'm going to insert the hook into the same stitch of this green piece, and then into the other loop I'm going to work there, insert the hook first, and then work a single crochet. So that's how we're going to attach the 2 pieces together, and then I'm gonna do that until I get to the other side, halfway of the circle. Now once I get to the other end, this is like the half of the circle, I'm going to make a loop for keyrings, or this is actually the part where you can add a strap, but in my case I'm just going to make a loop. And then after this, after slip stitching, I am going to work a few single crochets halfway around this circle until I get to the other end. So this is the opening of the coin purse, and this is where we're gonna attach the zipper later. Once you get to the other end, you can now work a slip stitch on top of the very first single crochet made, and then fasten off. So you can now weave in all the ends before you attach the zipper. You can also check some of the purses that I've made in which I attached the zipper. So this is one way on how to do it, but make sure to add pins to secure the zipper, or you can turn the inside out first and then put the zipper upside down. So after securing it with pins, you can now test if the zipper is working. If you're having difficulty with this way of attaching the zipper, you can turn the inside out and then put the zipper upside down. I have tutorials on how I attach a zipper that way, so it's in the playlist. You can check it if you want. And after securing with pins, you can now sew it using a sewing thread and sewing needle. Alright, so after attaching the zipper, this is what it looks like now. And you can customize the size that you want for this project. So the size of this project is about 5 inches. This makes a great giveaway for party favors, especially when you have a sunflower theme party. And you can customize the size of this. It can be a smaller one. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, do not forget to hit like, comment for other requests, and don't forget to subscribe. Bye!